American growers in their 50s and 60s are dividing these 14 perennials this August, and beginners have no idea why. Not because they read some manual, because nobody ever showed them these 14 perennials turn one $12 clump into a permanent compounding asset every season. Before plant number 1, drop your state right now, because your USDA zone completely changes which of these performs best for you. Find yours and pay attention. And the one at number 9 kept dividing it every spring without ever telling anyone why, since serious growers stopped talking publicly. Listen carefully. Plant number 1, bearded iris. That crowded clump blooming less every June isn't failing. It's sitting on 4 new $8 plants waiting to be split free. Right now, picture the rhizome fan pulling apart clean in your hands, each piece already carrying its own root system, ready for next year's bloom. Zones 3 through 9, full sun, well-drained soil. Most growers never realize the rhizome needs to sit half-exposed above soil, not buried, or humid summers rot it fast. University Extension Division guides confirm every 3rd August is the exact window before overcrowding cuts bloom count in half. One $12 clump splits into 4 to 6 plants worth $50 to $70 in nursery value. Most American growers replant divisions too deep, burying the rhizome completely under soil. That single mistake costs the whole division, a $40 loss undone in one careless season. That's how one iris clump becomes 4 permanent plants instead of one struggling patch. But there's a perennial coming up next that multiplies even faster and doubles as a grocery aisle replacement most growers never expect. Drop your state in the comments right now. Your USDA zone completely changes, and somewhere in this video is the story of a retired grower in Ohio who almost gave up dividing perennials entirely after one bad August. That story is coming. Keep watching. Plant number 2, Daylily. That thick, tangled clump blowing through fewer blooms every July is quietly holding 6 new $10 plants inside it. Each fan pulls apart with its own fleshy tuberous roots already formed, ready to establish before frost, with almost no transplant shock. Zones 3 through 10, full sun, average soil. Most growers never realize daylilies rebloom stronger the same year they're divided, not the year after. University Extension guides confirm cool August soil lets tuberous roots establish before winter dormancy sets in fully. One $10 clump splits into 5 to 6 plants worth $50 to $90 in replacement value. Most American growers wait until spring to divide, missing the daylily's strongest root establishment window entirely. That delay costs a full missed bloom season worth $30 in nursery replacement value. That's how one crowded daylily clump turns into 6 plants, blooming stronger by next July, instead of fading out. If you're watching and not yet subscribed, YouTube stops putting content like this in your feed entirely. Not slows it down, stops it. PlantERLab releases zone-accurate plant knowledge every single week for growers who want real results. Plant number 3, Japanese anemone. That one clump spreading quietly at the border edge is already carrying $10 root cuttings you haven't claimed yet. Every wandering root section severed and replanted becomes its own independent plant by next fall's bloom cycle. Permanent value with 0 extra purchase. Most growers never realize this plant spreads by root runners, not seed, which is exactly why division works so reliably. University Extension guides confirm root cuttings taken in cool August soil establish faster than any other division method available. One established clump produces 4 to 5 new plants worth $40 to $70 in nursery replacement value yearly. Most American growers let the colony spread unmanaged, letting it choke out neighboring perennials nearby. That neglect costs $30 in replacement plants lost to overcrowding competition. That's how one spreading clump turns into 5 permanent plants instead of one unmanaged patch eating into your border. But the next plant on this list does something even more valuable. It replaces a supplement bottle most growers are still paying full price for. Have you ever grown this one directly in your garden? Not in a pot. Plant number 4, Coneflower. That single clump you bought for $12 is quietly replacing a $45 immune supplement bottle sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. Documented by traditional herbal practice, the root and flower have been used for generations before extract capsules ever existed. Zones 3 through 9, full sun, well-drained soil. Most growers never realize coneflower root contains compounds studied for supporting immune response in traditional herbal practice for generations. University extension guides confirm August division through the taproot section produces reliable new plants without weakening the parent clump. One $12 clump splits into 3 to 4 plants worth $36 to $56 in replacement value. Most American growers toss the root sections when dividing, discarding the most medicinally valuable part entirely. That mistake wastes $15 in supplement equivalent value every single season. That's how one coneflower clump becomes 4 plants, replacing supplement costs permanently, instead of one crowded patch losing bloom power every season. Did you believe coneflower was just a pretty border filler with nothing else to offer? Be completely honest in the comments below right now, because the next plant coming up is even more overlooked than this one. Plant number 5, Shasta daisy. That dying center ring inside your clump isn't disease. It's the exact signal telling you 3 new $8 plants are ready to be pulled from the healthy outer edge. The woody middle gets discarded, but every outer section replants clean with its own root mass intact. Zones 5 through 9, full sun, well-drained soil. Most growers never realize the dying center is normal aging, not a disease needing treatment or removal of the whole plant. University extension guides confirm dividing every 2 to 3 years in August keeps bloom density high without any decline whatsoever. One $8 clump splits into 3 to 4 plants worth $24 to $56 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers pull the entire clump when they see the dead center, wasting healthy divisible material. That mistake throws away $20 in perfectly usable plant material every season. That's how one aging clump with a dying center turns into 4 fresh plants instead of one struggling patch you almost pulled entirely from the ground. What plant or situation in your yard has defeated everything you've tried so far? Tell me below, because the next plant on this list solves that exact problem for most growers. Plant number 6, garden phlox. That tall, crowded clump losing blooms at the base is quietly hiding 4 new $8 plants inside its own root mass right now, waiting to be freed. Each rooted stem section pulls apart clean, replanted immediately for better airflow and denser color next July. Zones 4 through 8, full sun, well-drained soil. Most growers never realize crowding is the actual cause of phlox mildew, not humidity or watering habits alone. University extension guides confirm dividing every 3rd August restores airflow and eliminates most mildew pressure without any spray treatment. One $8 clump splits into 4 to 5 plants worth $32 to $60 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers reach for fungicide spray instead of dividing the overcrowded clump at the root. That habit wastes $25 yearly on treatment for a problem division solves permanently. That's how one mildew-prone clump becomes 5 plants breathing freely instead of one patch needing constant spray treatment every single summer. And we have not even reached number 7 yet. But first, there's someone whose entire August routine changed completely because of exactly what we just covered here. Earlier at the start of this video, I mentioned a retired grower in Ohio. This is that story. He was in Zone 5, watching his coneflowers bloom less every year, until a university extension guide showed him August division wasn't risky at all. It was the exact fix his overcrowded beds needed all along. By the next spring, his single coneflower clump had become 4 thriving plants worth over $50, and his whole border finally looked the way he had pictured it for years. If you are still watching, this next plant is why I made this video, not for the algorithm. for the grower who stayed until now. Plant number 7, Astilbe. That shaded corner everyone calls difficult is actually holding 4 new $10 plants inside one woody crown. Most growers never bother splitting. Each crown section carries its own fibrous roots, replanting clean into that same problem shade spot instantly. Zones 4 through 8, partial to full shade, moist soil. Most growers never realize the woody crown center means it is overdue for division, not that the plant is failing in shade. University extension guides confirm August crown splitting in moist soil produces reliable new plants before the ground cools for dormancy. One $10 crown splits into 3 to 4 plants worth $30 to $40 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers avoid dividing shade perennials entirely, assuming shade plants are too delicate to split safely. That assumption costs $20 in plants that never get the chance to multiply. That's how one woody shade crown becomes 4 fresh plants instead of one quietly declining patch most growers assume is simply aging out for good. But the next plant on this list barely needs watering at all, and it multiplies just as fast every season. Drop your zone below if you're growing anything in full shade right now. Plant number 8, Sedum Autumn Joy. That drought-tough clump, surviving on almost no water, is already carrying 4 new $8 plants inside its own spreading base right now. Each succulent stem section roots fast in dry soil, needing none of the babying most perennials demand after splitting zones 3 through 9, full sun, well-drained soil. Most growers never realize Sedum's succulent stems root from cuttings alone. No rooting hormone or special care needed at all. University extension guides confirm August division prevents the classic flopped open center that ruins this plant's structure by year 3. One $8 clump splits into 4 to 5 plants worth $32 to $60 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers let the clump grow unchecked for years, watching the center collapse open and sprawl. That neglect costs $25 in structural replacement plants every single time. That's how one flopping, drought-tough clump becomes 5 upright plants instead of one sprawling patch collapsing open by midsummer every year. And the next plant on this list is one deer and rabbits leave completely alone, season after season. Drop your zone below if drought has ever wiped out other plants in your yard. Plant number 9, Siberian iris. That tough, grassy clump deer and rabbits walk straight past is quietly holding 5 new $10 plants inside its dense fibrous root mass right now. Splitting it takes real effort with a spade, but every rooted section replants clean and blooms again within one season. Zones 3 through 8, full sun to partial shade, moist soil. Most growers never realize the dense fibrous mass is exactly why deer and rabbits avoid this plant entirely. Tough roots deter grazing completely. University extension guides confirm every 3rd or 4th August division prevents the hollow dead center that stops blooming altogether. One $10 clump splits into 4 to 5 plants worth $40 to $70 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers avoid dividing it because the tough roots seem difficult, letting bloom count decline for years. That hesitation costs $30 in lost blooming plants every missed season. That's how one tough, deer-resistant clump becomes 5 blooming plants instead of one hollow-centered patch losing flowers every passing year without you noticing. This channel exists for growers who have made expensive mistakes they were never warned about. If that's you, and you're in your 50s or 60s, subscribe right now. Every week, new content. Plant number 10, Catmint. That one $7 clump multiplies faster than almost anything else on this list, splitting into 6 or more new plants without any special technique required. Each section roots within days in loose soil, rewarding growers who divide it most aggressively every single August. Zones 3 through 8, full sun, well-drained soil. Most growers never realize catmint divides more forgivingly than nearly any perennial, tolerating rough handling that would kill other plants. University extension guides confirm August division into small sections, still produces reliable full-size plants by the following spring. $17 clump splits into 6 to 8 plants worth $42 to $96 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers only divide it once every few years, missing multiple compounding multiplication cycles entirely. That oversight costs $50 in uncollected plant value over just 3 seasons. That's how one $7 clump becomes 8 plants compounding in value every season, instead of one sprawling patch nobody ever bothered to divide. Have you ever grown this one directly in your garden, not in a pot or greenhouse? Drop it below right now, because the next plant on this list thrives on total neglect. Plant number 11, Yarrow. That spreading mat everyone ignores because it thrives on neglect is quietly producing 6 new $6 plants inside its own creeping rhizome system right now. Each rooted section survives poor soil and drought that would kill less forgiving perennials completely. Most growers never realize Yarrow's spreading rhizomes make it one of the easiest perennials to multiply without any specialized technique required. University extension guides confirm August division into small sections still produces full-blooming plants by the following June. $16 clump splits into 5 to 6 plants worth $30 to $36 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers let this plant spread unchecked for years, never claiming the divisions already waiting there. That neglect wastes $20 in plants that never got separated and replanted. That's how one neglected mat becomes 6 plants worth real nursery value instead of one patch nobody ever thought to separate and multiply for years. What plant or situation in your yard has defeated everything you've tried so far this season? Tell me below, because the next plant blooms longer than almost anything else on this list. Plant number 12, Black-Eyed Susan. That clump blooming from June straight through October is already carrying 5 new $7 plants inside its own fibrous root system right now. Each section replants easily, establishing before frost while still producing color through the entire fall season. Zones 3 through 9, full sun, well-drained soil. Most growers never realize this plant's extended bloom window makes it one of the most reliable pollinator sources across an entire growing season. University extension guides confirm August division keeps bloom density high while extending the plant's productive lifespan by several years. $17 clump splits into 4 to 5 plants worth $28 to $50 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers let the clump grow dense and unchecked, watching bloom count shrink year after year. That neglect costs $20 in bloom, producing plants lost to simple overcrowding. That's how one long-blooming clump becomes 5 plants, extending color from June through October, instead of one crowded patch, fading out far too early. Did you believe Black-Eyed Susan was just a filler plant with nothing more to offer your border? Be completely honest below, because the next plant on this list blooms even longer. Plant number 13, Threadleaf coreopsis. That airy, fine-textured clump, blooming from June into September, is quietly holding 5 new $6 plants inside its fibrous root mass right now. Each section establishes fast and loose soil, rewarding growers who divide it every August without exception. Zones 4 through 9, full sun, well-drained soil. Most growers never realize this plant's extended June through September bloom window makes it one of the highest value pollinator perennials available. University extension guides confirm August division prevents the open dead center that develops in unmanaged clumps after several years. $16 clump splits into 4 to 5 plants worth $24 to $45 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers skip dividing this plant entirely, assuming fine-textured perennials are too delicate to split. That assumption costs $18 in plants that never got separated in time. That's how one fine-textured clump becomes 5 plants blooming from June into September instead of one patch slowly hollowing out at the center every year. And we have not even reached the final plant yet, the one serious growers treat as the most valuable division on this entire list. Drop your zone below before we get there. Plant number 14, Hosta. That single $10 clump is quietly the most valuable division on this entire list, splitting into 6 or more new plants worth real nursery money. Each crown section needs only one visible eye to establish fully, turning one purchase into a permanent shaded border asset. Zones 3 through 9, partial to full shade, moist soil. Most growers never realize a single growth eye is all a Hosta division needs. Not a large root mass. Most assume is required. University extension guides confirm August division gives new eyes enough time to establish before the ground cools for winter. $110 clump splits into 6 to 8 plants, worth $60 to $160 in nursery replacement value. Most American growers buy new hostas every year instead of dividing the mature clump already in their own shaded bed. That habit wastes $40 in nursery purchases that division would have replaced completely. That's how one $10 Hosta becomes 8 plants worth over $100 instead of one clump nobody ever thought to divide at all. That's 14 perennials. But 3 things about this August window almost no source puts together in one place. And you need to hear them before the season closes. 3 things about August division that almost no source puts together in one place. Cool soil temperatures in August let roots establish fully before winter dormancy sets in, something spring division never allows you across any of these 14 species we just covered. Every clump you already own this month is a paid-for asset, sitting in your own bed right now. The division itself costs you nothing beyond effort you are already planning to spend in the garden anyway. These 14 perennials compound every single year without a single additional dollar spent on new nursery stock ever again for the rest of your growing life. One full season of proper August division can return $400 to $600 in permanent replacement value spread across your entire border, quietly building real equity in the ground itself, season after season. Here is exactly where to begin, based on your zone right now. Here is exactly where to begin. Zones 3 through 5 growers should start with Siberian iris, coneflower, yarrow, and black-eyed Susan, 4 of the toughest performers on this entire list, combining for roughly $32 in starting stock that returns well over $200 in permanent divided value across your border within just 2 full seasons. Zone 6 through 9 growers should start with Daylily, garden Phlox, Threadleaf coreopsis, and Hosta, 4 fast multipliers built for longer growing seasons and heavier heat tolerance across the entire region, combining for roughly $34 in starting stock that returns well past $200 within 2 seasons. You just received zone-accurate, dollar-grounded, research-based division knowledge that most channels never put together in one place like this. If this video gave you even one perennial you had never considered dividing before, hit like right now before you move on to anything else. Drop your state and zone below right now and tell me exactly which of these 14 perennials you are starting with during this August division window. Subscribe to PlantERLab, 50 years of plant knowledge delivered every single week for the grower who actually wants to know what truly works, season after season.